Good morning, students. In our today's lecture video, we are going to do chapter 11 of our book, The First Flight, and the name of the chapter is The Proposal. It's a very interesting chapter written by Anton Chekhov, and this chapter he explains us about a Russian wedding and what is the procedure in Russian weddings, as well as we are shown two youngsters, or you can say young people who are not married yet, though they should have married long time ago. So how those two young person comes into argument and what happens next, we'll find out after reading this chapter. Okay. Now, characters of the play is Stefan Stefanovich Chubukov, a landowner; Natalia Stefanovna, his daughter, 25 years old; Ivan Vasilevich Lomov, a neighbor of Chubukov, a large and hearty but very suspicious landowner. This first scene takes place in a drawing room in Chubukov's house. Lomov enters wearing a dress jacket and white gloves. Chubukov rises to meet him. Chubukov: my dear fellow, whom do I see here? Ivan Vasilevich: I am extremely glad. Squeezes his hands. Now this is a surprise, my darling. So now here we can see how he is praising that person and how he is very happy. How happy he is after seeing his neighbor, Ivan Vasilevich. He's calling him my darling. How are you? Lomo: thank you. And how may you be getting on? Chubukov says, we just get along somehow, my angel. So here again see second word of phrase, my angel. Thanks to your prayers and so on. Sit down. Please do. Now you know you shouldn't forget all about your neighbors, my darling. My dear fellow, why are you so formal in your get-up? Means, why are you wearing so formal dress? पड़ोस में ही तो आए हैं आप. Evening dress, gloves, and so on. Can you be going somewhere? Anyway, my treasure. Again a praising word. My treasure. Lomov says, no, I have come only to see you, honored Stefan Stefanovich. Then why are you in evening dress, my precious? Again a praiseworthy word. As if you are paying in a New Year's Eve visit. Well, you see, Lomov says, well, you see, it's like this. Takes his arm. I have come to you, honored Stefan Stefanovich, to trouble you with a request. Not once or twice have I already had the privilege of applying to you for help, and you have always, so to speak, I must ask your pardon. I am getting excited. I shall drink some water, honored Stefan Stefanovich. So here Lomov came to Chubukov's house to present a proposal in front of him. And that proposal was to get married with his daughter. So he starts drinking. He starts drinking water. Chubukov is aside. He's come to borrow money. Shan't give him any. कह रहे मैं तो पैसा नहीं दूंगा. What is it, my beauty? You see, honored Stefanovich, I beg pardon, Stefan Honorich. I mean, I am awfully excited, as you will please notice. I am short. In short, you alone can help me, though I don't deserve it, of course, and haven't any right to count on your assistance. Chubukov says, oh, don't go round and round, darling. Spit it out. Yani, speak it up. What it is. What help you need from me. Well, Lomov says, one moment. This very minute. The fact is, I have come to ask the hand of your daughter, Natalia Stefanovna, in marriage. So he told him straight away. So here you can see in the picture, he is Ivan Vasilevich, nicely dressed up because he came to ask his daughter's hands, and he's Chubukov. Now Chubukov joyfully, by God, by Jove, Ivan Vasilevich, say it again. I didn't hear it at all. Lomo, I have the honor to ask. Shubukov interrupting, my dear fellow, I'm so glad and so on. Yes, indeed, and all that sort of thing. Embraces and kisses Lomo. I've been hoping for it for a long time. It's been my continual desire. Shed a tear, and I've always loved you, my angel, as if you were my own son. May God give you both His help and His love. So on. And so much hope. So, after listening to what Lomo has said, Chubukov became very happy that he is asking his daughter's hands in marriage. He became very, very happy. Now what happens? What am I behaving in this idiotic way for? I am off my balance with joy. Absolutely off my balance. Oh, with all my soul, I'll go and call Natasha and all that. Lomov, greatly moved, honored Stefanovich. Do you think I may count on her consent? Chubukov, why, of course, my darling. And as if she won't consent. She's in love, egad. She's like a lovesick cat, and so on. Shan't be for long. मैं भी हल गया और अभी उसे बुला के लाया. It's cold, trembling. I'm trembling all over, just as if I've got an examination before me. The great thing is, I must have my mind made up. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, to look for an ideal or for real love, then I'll never get married. Oh, it's cold. Natalia Stefanovna is excellent housekeeper and not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? But I am getting a noise in my ears from excitement. Drinks, and it's impossible for me to get not to marry. In the first place, I am already 35. This is what he is thinking. A critical age, so to speak. In the second place, I ought to lead a quiet and regular life. I suffer from palpitations. I am excitable and always getting awful upset. At this very moment, my lips are trembling and there's a twitch in my right eyebrow. But the very worst of all is the way I sleep. I no sooner get into bed and began to go off when suddenly something is in my left side gives a pull. I can feel it is in my shoulder and head. I jump up like a lunatic, walk about a bit and lie down again. But as soon as I begin to get off to sleep, there's another pull. And this may happen 20 times. Now Natalia Stefanovna comes in. Well, there it's you, Papa said. Go, there's a merchant come for his goods. Arey bhai, aap aaye ho. But my father is saying there's a merchant who is coming for his goods. How do you do, Ivan Vasilyevich? Lomo, how do you do, honored Natalia? You must excuse my apron and negligee. We are shelling peas for drying. Why haven't you been there? Here, why haven't you been here for such a long time? Sit down. They seat themselves. Won't you have some lunch? No, thank you. I've had some already. Then smoke. Here are the matches. The weather is splendid now, but yesterday it was so wet that workmen didn't do anything all day. How much hay have you stacked? Hay is the dry grass. Just think, I feel greedy and had a whole field cut. And now I am not at all pleased about it because I am afraid of my hay rot. क्योंकि ये घास जो है सड़ भी जाती है, rot हो जाती है, ठीक है. I ought to have waited a bit. But what is this? Why you are in evening dress? Well, I never... Are you going to a ball or what? Ball means party. So, Natalia also puts forward the same question. Why are you going to a ball or what? Why are you in evening dress? Though I must say you look better, tell me, why are you got up like that? Now, Lomov says, he was very, very excited. You see, Natalia, honored Natalia, the fact is I have made up my mind to ask you to hear me out. Of course, you will be surprised and perhaps I have been angry, but he talks to himself, it's awfully cold. Natalia, what's the matter? Well, I shall try to be brief. You must know, honored Natalia, that I have long since my childhood, in fact, had the privilege of knowing your family. My late aunt and husband, from whom you know I inherited my land, always had the greatest respect for your father and your late mother. The Lomos and Chubukovs have always had the most friendly, and I might almost say the most affectionate regard for each other. And as you know, my land is near neighbor of yours. You will remember that my oxen meadows touch your birchwood. Natalia को गुस्सा आ गया. Natalia said, "Excuse my interrupting you. You say my oxen meadows, but are they yours?" Yes, mine. Natalia, what are you talking about? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours. Lomo says, no, mine, honor Natalia Stefanovna. Now, Natalia, well, I never knew that before. How do you make that out? Lomo, how? I am speaking of those oxen meadows which are wedged in between your birchwood and my burnt marsh. Natalia, yes, yes, they are ours. Lobo, no, you are mistaken, honor Natalia Stefanovna. They are mine. Natalia, just think, Ivan Vassilevich. How long have they been yours? Lomo, how long? As long as I can remember. Natalia, really, you won't get me to believe that. Now, an argument starts between them. Lomo, but you can see from the document, honor Natalia Stefanovna. Oxen meadows, it's true, were once the subject of dispute, but now everybody knows that they are mine. There's nothing to argue about. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity to the peasants of your father's grandfather, in return for which they were to make bricks for her. The peasants belonging to your grandfather's grandfather had the free use of the meadows for 40 years and had got into the habit of regarding them as their own when it happened that. So children, will do it till here. In the next class we'll be continuing this chapter. Till then, thank you.